was a musical genius that founded a band that shook the whole world like no other. He used his fame to promote peace and social causes he believed in. He was someone who symbolized more than just rock and roll. He symbolized in the peace movement and challenging authority. John Lennon was born on October 9, 1940 in Liverpool, England. He met Paul McCartney in 1957 and invited him to join his music group. They eventually formed the most successful songwriting partnership in music history. At the early age of 16, Lennon formed his band called the Quarrymen, named after his school where he met Paul McCartney. In 1964, the Beatles became the first band to break out big in the U.S. Beginning with their appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show, Beatlemania launched a British invasion into the U.S., which included other bands like the Rolling Stones. Following their appearance on The Sullivan Show, the Beatles returned to Britain to film their first movie, A Hard Day's Night, and prepare for their first world tour. The magic of Beatlemania had begun to lose appeal after Lennon made a remark that the band was more popular than Jesus. The Beatles suffered a huge blow when manager Brian Epstein died of an accidental overdose of sleeping pills on August 27, 1967. The Beatles retrenched under McCartney's leadership and filmed Magical Mystical Tour, but sadly it was not successful. By this time, Lennon had an avid musical partnership with his second wife, Yoko Ono, and it began to cause tension with the band. Lennon left the band in September 1969, after the group completed recording Abbey Road. The breakup was kept a secret until McCartney told the public in April 1970. Not long after the Beatles' breakup, in 1970, Lennon released his debut solo album, John Lennon Plastic Ono Band. He followed the project with 1971's Image. The title track was named number 3 on the Rolling Stones magazine all-time best song list. Lennon and Ono separated for a while, but then reconciled in 1974, and then she gave birth to her only child, Sean, on Lennon's 35th birthday on October 9, 1979. Shortly after, Lennon decided to leave the music business and focus on being a husband and a father. In 1980, Lennon returned to the music world with the album Double Fantasy. Tragically, just a few weeks after the album was released, Mark David Chapman, a deranged fan, shot Lennon several times in front of his apartment in New York City. He died at the New York City Roosevelt Hospital on December 8, 1980. Lennon's assassination had and will continue to have a huge impact on the musical world. Following his tragic death, millions of fans mourned worldwide. His untimely death still evokes sadness around the world today. He will always be remembered as one of the greatest musical geniuses to ever live.